Welcome to Why Business Authors Should Think More Like Internet Marketers. I'm really excited to see you here. I know you're going to get a ton of value out of the next 15 minutes. I'm not going to hold you hostage listening to this video any longer than is needed. I know that your time's valuable, so thanks for taking a few minutes to listen today. I guarantee you that the principles I'm going to share with you by the end of this video will help you make a huge difference in your business, if you are able to implement them properly within your book. I've been blessed to meet amazing individuals on a daily basis who all share a common belief. These people recognize that a book is more than just words on a page. Books educate, transform, and inspire people. And in some cases, they make a huge difference in people's lives. Because you're here, my guess is that you share that belief too, and you want your book to be one of those titles that readers adore. You know the power of a book, and you want to build your business based on the ideas that you have to share. Ideas that'll make a difference in the lives of your readers. Let me ask a few questions here, though. Do you want your book to change your life too? Maybe transform your business? Did you say yes to either of those questions? I know that's how I felt back in 2012 when I published my first book. I'm Tara Alemany, and I'm proud to say that at this point I'm an award-winning author, a best-selling author, and an international speaker. And if you're willing to stick with me for the next 15 minutes, I'll share with you what I discovered in my own business that made all the difference for me. But first, let me tell you a little bit of my story. I promise I won't take too long. When I wrote my first book, I had a 2-year-old business that was struggling. I certainly talked with plenty of people, but it seemed like none of the people I spoke with had the funds to work with me. They were basically tire kickers taking advantage of all the free content they could get their hands on in the hopes of shifting the needle in their own business. And while I was happy to answer their questions, I found myself going nowhere fast, all while answering the same questions over and over again. It was after yet another phone call that I realized there had to be a better way. How could I still provide the same benefits to these people without taking away from the things that I needed to do to grow my business? That's when it hit me. I'd use my skills as a technical writer to provide detailed instructions that people could use until they'd raised enough funds using my methods to actually work with me. It made perfect sense, and I had no idea how to get started. Not with the writing part, that was easy. It was with the publishing part. How was I going to get this book into the hands of the people who needed it most? And that's been an evolving story that still continues to unfold to this day. Little did I realize that my writing skills were just a small portion of what would make my book a success. I'm sure you've been on plenty of webinars that promise to make you a best-selling author in 5 easy steps, and telling you that writing a book will change your life overnight. I can assure you that's not the case. So if that's what you're hoping to find here, I'll save you some time. This webinar isn't for you. Using a book to build your business takes work, and any published author will tell you that the real work starts after the book is published. So I'm not offering you a magic bullet here, but I'm going to share some of the insights I've discovered by approaching publishing like an internet marketer. And these principles have helped me take my company from struggling to thriving. They're all things that you can do yourself as well. Done properly, they're going to make the work of growing your business easier. And here's how. Take, for example, a properly designed book enables your readers to reach out to you and request more information when the time is right for them, not when you're ready to sell to them. This allows you to grow your mailing list and your social networks, all while building engagement. And a well-loved book ensures that you have more opportunities to speak and consult than you would otherwise. Business becomes easier because people come looking for you. A properly structured and informative book ensures that your readers understand what it is that you do and what makes you unique from everyone else who does what you do. Differentiation is what's going to attract the right clients for you. A book that's positioned correctly against its competition will stand out from the crowd done right. As a result, you'll have more leads, eager to meet you, willing to pay you, seeing you as an authority, who are already familiar with what you do, and who prefer you over your competition. I don't think I need to sell you on the idea that these are all things that'll benefit you as you grow your business. What I'm going to share with you requires teamwork between you, your designer, and your publisher, but if you're willing to invest the time, effort, and money in it, I can assure you, you'll see results. Remember, I figured this out because I was in the same position many of you are now. The bottom line was, I needed to figure out how to make something work because nothing else I tried had. Finances were tight, and my kids have this funny habit of wanting to be fed. Go figure. Now I own a 6-figure business, in no small part to figuring out how to make this work for myself. And as I continue to tweak and refine my methods, things continue to improve. And they can for you too. The secret I discovered had nothing to do with my writing abilities, and everything to do with my skills as an internet marketer. And I'm going to tell you how you can do the same thing too. Now, it's definitely still important that what you've written is high-quality content. These techniques won't fix bad writing, but they will help you stand out and feel more accessible to your readers when they're combined with great content. So if I'm going to tell you to think like an internet marketer, I bet you're wondering what exactly that means, right? Here's the first key. When an internet marketer wants to reach a specific audience, they analyze the keywords that those individuals respond to. Using the right words and phrases will make it so that your readers can find you easily. And just where do those words get used? Everywhere. They go in your book title, the subtitle, the description on your book listing, the tags, categories, your website, any marketing materials you may use. Not only does knowing your target keywords help with people finding your book, but it also allows you to identify those keywords that have a low to moderate competition, so that you can rank quickly in them. Once you've gained the clout necessary to stand out there, then you can tackle higher competition keywords. But what this is doing for your business is it's creating more visibility. The next key is when an internet marketer wants to build a mailing list, they offer what's called a lead magnet so that people opt into the list. And sometimes they'll even follow that up with an upsell. You've probably seen them before. An upsell is a special offer that's made after you've requested free content. It's usually a low-cost item offered for $7 or so that's perceived to have a very high value to the reader. The response rate to an upsell helps internet marketers assess how eager that individual is for the content they requested. A double upsell, having a second offer after the first upsell is purchased, even further qualifies the leads. You've segmented your new list of leads into those who purely expressed interest in the content, to those who will be engaged, to those who are eager for what you have to offer and willing to spend some money in the process. Not only that, you've earned a few dollars too. Those eager leads are easy to connect with after that because you know you've identified what they're looking for. Moving them from eager customer to happy client isn't a far stretch. You can implement this lead structure too within your book to help you build your mailing list and generate leads for your business. If you can't think of a specific offer that would wow them, make it simple, like a video greeting from you, sharing what you'll hope they'll get out of reading it, and inviting them to let you know what they thought when they're done. Some readers will love that because it enables them to hear your voice, which hopefully stays with them as they read the rest of your book. In one of my books, The Plan That Launched 1,000 Books, I offered a template to my readers that serves as a companion for the book. They can fill it out with their own thoughts and insights as they study the material I provided them with. But to get the template, I need their mailing address. Bingo! An opt-in, and a way to connect with readers, even if they bought the book on Amazon or in a bookstore where I had no direct contact with them. If I wanted to monetize that lead, I could easily add an upsell that would be offered to them after they downloaded the template. Of course, it would be something that was relevant and they perceived to be high value, but it will allow me to segment my list so that I know who is more eager for content than the others. And the way that I manage those different sets of leads would be customized based on what their expressed interest is. Another key to building your business comes from knowing that when an internet marketer drives traffic to a website, they will use analytics to figure out what content visitors consume. This way, they can create more of what people are looking for. You can do the same thing within your book. I always recommend using a WordPress plugin called PrettyLink. This isn't just any link shortener, like Bitly and the others. This one uses your domain, which reinforces how to find you, and it can be changed if needed. That one aspect allows me to keep my content fresh, even as the resources that I'm referencing in the book change locations on the internet. When I discover a new broken link, I simply go into PrettyLink on my website and update the URL. That way my readers can always find the content I've shared with them. But this plugin has another neat aspect to it. It provides me with some interesting insights. I can tell which resources in my book people visited the most and how many unique visitors there were. In watching these numbers, I can tell which content my readers preferred, so that when I follow up with them to offer additional material, I'm creating things that I know they're most interested in. The last thing that internet marketers do really well, and that business authors can learn from, is they recognize the power of influencers and affiliates. An influencer is somebody who's bigger than you are in the industry, but with the same audience that you want to reach. Building authentic relationships with influencers will help you reach a broader audience. It's all a matter of building the relationship capital first with them, so that when you do need their help or support, they're open to the request. Don't underestimate the power of having an influencer back your work. It can result in a relative unknown amassing a huge audience in a relatively short period of time. But the key here is to build the relationship first. Offer value to the influencer. Show them support for the work that they're doing. Then, when it's your turn to ask for support, they'll know who you are and be more willing to assist you along the way. Always remember this, though. Influencers have invested a lot of time and money to build their platform. You are asking them to risk their reputation and brand by supporting you. So when you ask for their help, don't do it prematurely. If you embarrass them, be sure they won't be willing to help you, or maybe even the next guy, quite so readily again. The other type of individual that internet marketers build relationships with are affiliates. An affiliate is someone willing to do the legwork of getting your book into people's hands for a share of the profit. It's like having a volunteer sales force. Some authors balk at the thought of splitting the revenue for the sale of their book 50-50 with someone who had no involvement in producing it in the first place. They think the idea is outlandish, but I tell you it's not. If they can make 100 more sales than you can make on your own, 50% of that revenue is yours. Not only that, it's 100 more people who have your book in their hands and are preparing to experience you, perhaps for the first time. Remember, when you're using a book to build a business, it's not the sales of the book that are the most valuable to you. It's the warm leads and educated prospects who come looking for you that matter the most. They're looking for you because you're the one they want to work with. It's those new clients, speaking engagements, and consulting gigs that will make a real difference in your bottom line. So don't be miserly about the couple of bucks that the sale of the book could bring in. Be willing to share the wealth, knowing that the greater return on your investment is yours to keep. If you can find a way to incorporate these 5 segments, targeting, lead capture, analytics, influencers, and affiliates, into the design and launch of your book, your business will thank you. Now, I know we're not all internet marketers, and you don't have to become one for your book to be a success. But applying the same principles and techniques that internet marketers use to create raving fans for their products and websites will enable you to achieve the same results for your book. So if you found this short video helpful and want to brainstorm some options that you can use for your book, I have a limited number of coaching spots available. To be clear, these coaching sessions aren't for everyone. You need to know what your book is about and who your ideal reader is. You also need to know the results you want the book to create, both for the reader and for your business. If you haven't figured these things out yet, this offer isn't for you. It's also not for you if you've already published the book you're thinking about. Some of the methods we're going to recommend involve the design of the book itself, and unless you're willing to go back and republish your work, it's too late to use many of the methods we'd recommend. However, if you know the answers to these 4 questions, then taking advantage of this offer will maximize the success of your book as both a business builder and a valuable resource to your readers. Now, typically these coaching spots cost $497. There's some prep work we have you do prior to the call, and then the entire coaching session is spent focusing on the specific actions that you can take to make your book the best business building tool possible. I'm not going to play any price games with you here, highlighting how ridiculously low we're going to go with this price. I'm just going to tell you straight out. If you're ready now, then grab this deal because I only have a limited number of spots open and it's first come, first served. But if you buy today, we'll give you one of our private coaching sessions that's all about you, your book, and your business for just $197. So if you want to take advantage of this offer, click the button below. You'll be taken to our secure shopping cart where you can pay by PayPal or credit card. Once we receive your payment, we'll send you a form to fill out. Just return that to us at least 2 days before your call so that we can be prepared to offer ideas for your specific project. And for those of you who take action today, thank you. I know that it's hard to stand out from all the noise that's out there these days, but this really will make a huge difference for you, your business, and your reader. So congratulations on taking another step toward your business success. We look forward to speaking with you soon.